performance. So as you know, American Express is a very well-recognized company. They have a few different businesses, and currently it is one of the most hated companies on Wall Street. It's exposed to the consumer, that's terrible. It's exposed to small businesses, that's terrible. And in addition, it's a finance company, which nobody has anything good to say about. But American Express is an unusual company. It's the biggest, it's the best, and it's special. It's the biggest, largest issuer of charge cards in the world. It's the best because it has premium customers both in the United States and globally. And it's special because it has a closed loop. And that gives it a special competitive advantage that's not only been durable for many years, will likely be durable for the foreseeable future. And with that, I'm not going to go through the whole presentation, but I just want to talk about a few of the highlights to give you a sense of the idea and how we think about things. So I'm going to go to slide, if you could help me, I'm trying to get to slide 31. Yep, that's perfect. So this is the closed loop, and it shows you how the credit card and charge card industry work both in America and around the world. And I'll just describe it quickly because it's the essence of the durable competitive advantage. So card issuers are banks. It could be JP Morgan, it could be Citibank, it could be any of the 8,000 banks and thrifts in America, and it could be also American Express. They issue cards to the customer, the consumer. The consumer goes to the merchant. And the merchant is Home Depot down to the gas station or to Winn-Dixie. The merchant, the merchant acquirer helps connect the merchant to the network. The network is actually the Visa Card Association, the MasterCard Association, Discover, and American Express. And the card processors are just the back office of the banks or the people who actually give the cards to the customers. There are thousands of participants in this system, which means in an open loop system, meaning all the different participants, they don't share information with each other, and you can never close it. Visa and MasterCard for years have been trying to figure out a way to close it, and they just can't. And I've met and spoken with people in both companies many times, and there's no way to do it because there are too many thousands of participants in the system. American Express is, this is the revenue breakdown, which if anybody has questions about, they can ask me later, about how the money is split up once you charge something. Amex has a closed loop. So by being in all parts of the system, they have more information about the way Americans and businesses spend money than anybody else. So much so that the Fed goes to them to find out very real-time data about what's happening with the economy. And I'm skipping over to American Express as a network. This is one of the underappreciated parts about American Express. The Visa MasterCard associations, which are now publicly traded, are great because all they do is process claims. They don't take any credit risk, and the more transactions that occur, the more money they make, and it's a highly scalable business. So the bigger you are, the more your profit margins expand. Amex has a large and quickly growing network buried inside the company that's largely underappreciated. To give you a sense of the financials for that part of the business, it's been growing at 41% a year. The cards in force have been growing at 33% a year. In the last quarter, it grew at 42 and 28. And the economics are terrific. It has 91% return on capital. And again, that will go up even from that astounding number as it gets bigger. And it accounted for 32% of American Express's last 12 months of income. This slide shows the merchant acquirer, which is the other part of that business, is the connecting of the company to the American Express itself. And one of the things that's important about the closed loop is Amex charges the merchants more money than does Visa and MasterCard. It's a 2.5% to about a 1.5 to 1.75% spread or difference. And the reason American Express can do that is because they add more value to the merchant. So in the closed loop, and this is the key part of the durable competitive advantage, is the customer likes American Express because American Express has the world's best point system. and the best customer service. You can imagine that since there are over 8,000 banks in America that do customer service for their cardholders, there's no way to consistently have good Visa or MasterCard service because it's controlled by over 8,000 different people. Whereas American Express controls all of it, so they always have good or consistent, at least, customer service. J.D. Power & Associates, for the last 2 years, has been running card satisfaction surveys, and American Express has won both years by a wide margin. So customers love American Express, and they get good service, and they get these great point programs, which are by far the best, so much so that Amex spends over $90 per card versus, as an example, another issuer, JP Morgan, spends about $32 a card. So Amex invests heavily in this business, and it shows. The customer wants to use their card because of the points at the merchant. So the merchant has to take these cards. But the merchant actually gets a lot of value out of it also because they're paying Amex a premium, and they get back for that terrific smart marketing. Because Amex has the best information, and this is one of those network effect kinds of things where the bigger it gets, the more information they get, the smarter they get. Amex can run smart marketing programs, and this gets better as computer technology gets better, and it also is very important in recessions when smart marketing becomes important. On average, the merchants that participate in the smart marketing programs for American Express double their basket size with their customers. And it ranges everything from knowing who moves or is renovating a home or is buying a foreclosed home, so you're likely to shop at Home Depot or Bed Bath & Beyond, and therefore Amex can run points and promotions with those merchants. It does that all the way up to BMW, where Amex recently took people who were likely to buy BMWs, did a deal with BMW